All right, it's a new day, and I think I'm super excited to have us join me live here today. Apologies, I was wanting to check and ensure everything is right on our end, which again was the reason why we slightly delayed in turning on the camera and of course getting the ball rolling. Boys, this is serious. What you seeing on the screen? Oh, sorry, let me get you all to see what I'm showing. What you're seeing on the screen outrightly is Solana. It grew 6% just today. Yeah, you heard me. 6% just today. And this is from $77 and it went to 82. What does this tell you? It tells you that this market has switched entirely from being bearish to being bullish. I mean, entirely, at least to the best of our knowledge, until the market proves otherwise. Right? The long position we envisaged for ADA on the other end sort of pushes the market trade, and essentially allowing the take profit to happen. So if you are taking the ADA trade, and like the one we forecasted yesterday, and you didn't take the Solana trade, you good profit. But if you took the ADA trade, right, and what else again? Took the Solana trade, at very least you still actually are in one profit. So you are at a break even or you are at a profit all the way. Either way, you're not in a loss. And these are the two trades we did call yesterday. This is interesting and I really mean it. So I'm gonna probably start with Bitcoin, which apparently made a new all-time high. I mean, in the past few weeks, out of all its bearishness, something suddenly happened. So today we're going to be talking on what I just have titled simply BTC, smashed 68k, or how did I put it? Yeah, BTC broke above 68k. Bullish momentum is mounting. Is that it? Apparently it is. And you'll probably check if we've got some market news behind the closed doors of the yesterday candle closure and now. And again, if we did add any of such, we might want to look into why that could be a reason. Now, we were forecasting yesterday the market's coming to 66k this area, and then bro, it got to 69,800. So what else do you think? I'm actually just thinking that fine, this is just might be the point the Bitcoin market go entirely bullish, or it is a final leg of manipulation before the great dump and reversal. Whichever, I think we just can tell that something decisive is about taking place in the Bitcoin's market. And again, there is no need to be emotional about it at all. No. Being emotional is not going to probably help any one of us. I am being honest. And I'm going to just do a recap of what had happened or transpired between yesterday's live session I had with you guys and what you all are seeing currently on the screen. If you're watching on YouTube, please drop a GM in the comment section. And if you're watching from, I don't know where else again you might be watching from. Okay, yeah, if you're watching on, we're not on LinkedIn. If you're watching us on KuCoin, of course, I would love to get your GM in the live room, right? I think it's very much important for me to, state this, right? It is very important for me to state this. And I would love to, be a part of how you all are thinking about this, right? Your thought processes, your questions, your fears, your concerns. Let's talk about them in this live session, because I think there's something very important for us to address in this live room. Is the market IX? So I mean, I think my take on the market right now is we're in a decisive point, right? A decisive moment. I mean, I can tell you for a fact or for free that the analysis we gave on ADA simply explains that ADA short has been triggered. The stop loss hasn't happened because it's on 3.5, right? 0.1835, and then the invalidation point is 0.1834, which the market slightly touched on, interestingly. But again, I think if I'm going to probably answer the question in a simple way, the market is in a, let me answer in the comment section. The market is in a decisive, is at a decisive, point, right? I think that's the word, right? It's at a decisive point. Now, I will explain something about the market on Bitcoin. So let me turn off all the drawings, turn this to a daily time frame, and then go back in time to show you something. Let's travel back in time shortly and, find ourselves in the 2022 bearish market, just about the time when the bearish market was winding off. Why is that? Because sometimes we get piece of, hints or clue about what the market is likely to be doing from its previous action or previous price action. So we've gone how many days into the bearish market now in this particular chart? So from 2021 November, I'm going to probably start from this point. How many days? I think, okay. Should we stop here? I think, yeah, that's it. Okay. I'm trying to know which point we should actually, stop, which perfectly explains what I want to explain. Okay, I think it's here. So you could see that we suddenly had that bullish push all over again. So this is, oh boy, I'm going to probably draw that again, sorry. So now, this is a point. This is 361 days into the bearish market, and we just have few days left. No, I don't think that's a point. I think this is a point here. Just a moment, please. The point where the market suddenly, rose after a consolidation. Yeah. So we've gone 309 days into the bearish markets, and we suddenly, suddenly went up 309 days. Take note of that. Now, if that's the case, what happened around the point the market went up? The market had, been sort of consolidating for a long time, like long time. As you could see, it's been struggling. Then suddenly it went up right here, and about that same point, it tapped into, that supply zone, and then the market nuked. Now, David, why are you telling me this? I'm telling you this because when the market dropped down shortly here, as we all saw it do, right, just coming right into this zone where there's been several demands in the previous, price actions around this area. We expected these lows to be taken, but then that didn't happen immediately. The market just went up quickly, grabbed liquidity, then it dropped. Final drop before the push. Oh, does this look like a decisive point that we are in? If I'm going to be honest with you, I think it exactly is what the market is doing. So we've been consolidating for a long time, and I've been expecting the market to take these two liquidities. All of a sudden, the market just went whoop. I'm going up, and here we are. Okay, what's happening with the market? We're buying. Oh, fine. I think I'm going to probably tell you we're not yet buying. Yeah, and I'm also going to probably tell you 70K will not happen now. I'm sorry. Hope I'm not. Yeah, hope I'm not busting your bubbles. I'm just been trying to be factual with you guys, right? I think it's kind of important for me to state this obvious fact. So the market has just went ahead to get our liquidity momentum, and it's going to probably be shorting right now. Yeah. So let's just make it clear. I'm saying Bitcoin is going to short from here all the way down here. Let me use a different chart entirely, so we can have a very cleaner, stuff. So these points didn't hold, right? Just as $2,000 mark happened again, right? Interesting. But that doesn't rule out our analysis. It just doesn't. So I'm trying to say this so you guys could be aware that this is a critical, decisive point for the Bitcoin market. And you don't have to be emotional about it. You don't have to be emotional about the market right now. So let's watch what we're trying to say, right? Apparently, what happened here was not accumulation, manipulation, distribution. It was the market reacting to these key demand levels. So what happened right here? It's not accumulation, manipulation, distribution. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Just for to be clear. And I mean, I pretty much believe. So if you're thinking of what to do, I'm saying place a trade short. Now, if you're watching this, not a financial advice, but that's what I'm doing. Not a financial advice. Let me just kind of state that clearly. Right. So I think Bitcoin is not going to come to 70K now. I think in a matter of days we'll be coming back to 70K. And I think when we're going to come back to 70K, we're going to be going almost 100K. Now, so I'm saying this is what I'm wanting you guys to do, but then not a financial advice all the same. So if you really have a 3x, capitals to go into this trade, this is a good way to take it. So 2K is going to be like the point of exit right now, but it's a 4 reward to risk ratio. I think it's a very great one. Just not a financial advice all the same. Let me quickly fix this at the back. I'm going to be right back just to fix something around the corner. Yeah. All right, my sincere apologies. I wouldn't want anything that would affect our, live streaming. So I needed to fix some one or two things, right? So my attention could be just single. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so now where were we? I was talking about the fact that the Bitcoin market is likely going to be taking a sell from here. I mean, this is a 50% probability. It just might not happen, but then I think it just could happen. Yeah, I'm not joking. It's just going to be like you're placing a bet on history, or history happening or history not happening. By the way, I would love to check the price of US oil. I'm just going to probably check that on my own end if you don't mind me doing. And I would speak on that as a reason, or as a, it's an explanation to what might or what might not be happening with regards to the Jesus. What? I just saw something right now. Yeah, I'm not joking. Like, a particular stock just went up. Whoop. I'm not joking. 143. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it. You just wouldn't believe it. Just a moment. I'm gonna be right back. I want to go mute, calling a friend, right? That's what I want to do, but then I'm gonna probably be right back. Just a minute. Just a minute, please. Just a minute. Yeah, because I'm surprised. I'm going to talk about that just a minute. I just want to call them to ensure they are going to book their profit on this trade. Yeah. Guys, are you see what I'm seeing? This is what I just saw. We've been looking at this stock for days now. You wouldn't believe it. You would not believe it. And just one day, whoop. You can't make these things up. Right? I mean, you can't make it up. Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. The friend is calling. I'm gonna talk about this and of course go into analyzing Bitcoin for you guys to understand. Alright guys, so I'm going to talk about all of this right now so you can understand. I was just going to look at this talk and of course explain what is just happening and how all of this is playing out and what really is happening in the financial market today. So now I was talking about the fact that there is a likelihood, way more likelihood for Bitcoin to drop. And I just came to check Moderna out of the blues. This stock did over 100% today. Out of the blues. I mean, you can't make these things up. You really can't, right? Right. So I mean, I'm gonna probably say something so you guys can understand what it is that we're talking about in the financial market today. Something is happening, right, that is really, really unusual. And what that is the fact that the entire financial market right now is going agog, which explains what happened to Bitcoin also, which of course is explaining what's going to probably be the reality of oil. So I'm going to tell you for free without me looking at oil markets. From what I've seen, the indication that it's actually apparently open right now is the fact that oil, I'm going to check that without opening because we don't have a moderate platform for oil as we have it now. I mean, I'm just going to probably check this for you guys and tell what I think is happening with the price of oil. Oil is definitely going to be, well, oil is not really bullish, oil is not really bearish, it's just in between. Something really is happening in the US economy right now that has really been a catalyst or become a catalyst for this line of events, right? So right, and I think right now it's unusual, very unusual, that we can now then see that that Bitcoin market is just a reactive market also at this point in time, and I wouldn't say you should place your all eggs in one basket. So if you want to take a buy, I'm going to tell you to be very much careful. Bitcoin's going to buy eventually, don't get me wrong, but then I think analytically right now, removing your emotions from the market and looking at it pure factually as it is just best for you to take a sell right now. I mean, a bit of sell, not so much, but a bit, just a bit. This friend of mine is really wanting to be part of this discussion, and I want to believe that they would, want you guys to also understand what is going on in the market. Yeah, so okay, guys, I'm just sorry going back and forth because it's so good to eventually watch. I don't know what had happened today. I can't even explain what happened today right now because looking at it, I can't really explain that this is exactly what had just happened as related to this particular bull market. I can only tell you for a fact that the financial market at a critical, decisive point. I'm gonna want us to read some market news. I'm also going to want us to drop some real time. Look at the long position we took right here. Do you see this? We took this long yesterday. So just so you could be sure and aware that this was part of what we analyzed yesterday. So you can see the long. I just remembered right now. We took this long around that same point. And then there you have it. So I'm going to probably be booking the profit right now so you guys could see that, that's in agreement to what we discussed. Like just as we've analyzed the whole markets right now. So I mean, it is what it is. It's just what it is right now. And trust me, nobody's going to probably look away from the fact that this is the truth. And what is the statement of truth? Right? That the financial market calls for emotionless analysis for us to make a realistic profit profit from it, right? And over leveraging is one of the banes of the financial market. I'm going to probably tell you for free. I might not have all the money to be a proven, indicator for you, but I think I have a bit of the experience to talk about the fact that the financial market only majorly favor those who really understand what it is about. And hey, I'm going to probably say this so you can really know what it is. Taking profit is one thing. Being able to know to maximize the profit taking is another thing, right? Yeah, that's the truth. And just going to be honest with you, it takes a level of discipline to know how you'd sort of position your finances in the financial market. So I'm going to open a link for you guys showing you the number of tokens I believe I want to hold on KuCoin the next 2-3 years, because I think just towards the closure of this month, I should be fully invested in the crypto market. Fully. I already began partial investments, and I think I should be fully invested because the whole bull run is going to be from Q4 2026. Mark my word for it till about Q2 2028. So in the next 2 years, you wouldn't explain what is happening. Right. So right. So for example, looking at the mRNA, which is one of the stocks that we analyzed some 3-4 months ago, actually in the month of May. Today alone, it added about $83 extra to just one stock, moving by a total of almost 136% or 140, by almost 140% today alone. I'm telling folks in my community that all profit must be taken. Now, the truth is, investing in stocks like this is one of the smartest way to ensure you have capitals prepared for strategic rotation into the crypto market. So I'm going to tell everyone that as you join right here, you can be so sure that the live sessions we're going to probably be giving right here will be one that will be very much profitable, and you will not regret taking every of the analysis we're going to be calling. So I'm just going to tell you that you just need to ask more questions. Let me check the live session if there are questions for me. I'm just right here also listening on YouTube to see how we are going with our trade and all of that. So don't be overly excited about the pump that just happened in the crypto market. I think it's going to probably cool down soon. Whatever is the craze that went on in the New York Stock Exchange today, we're going to probably find that out sooner than later. So let me bring you guys away from the chart. Analyzing the chart is the simplest thing. Taking intentional step and managing your emotions is the greatest thing. Being able to remain focused and coordinated is another way you are sure you are also on the right track when it comes to the market. Right. I think two, if you're bullish today, or two, if you think you are in for correction. I think I'm going to answer you with 1.5x. So I'm going to probably put in between. So I think okay, let me just be clear. So my actual answer for today is 2. Why is my answer 2? I think Bitcoin market is going to correct. Yeah, I mean, and why I was going to do 1.5 is there could be a quick pushback up a little bit, but overall, by the close of business tomorrow, there'll be a retracement, right? Yeah, that's it. This is the market news, but then that's not my interest. I really want to go check what really went down in the White House today, and what really is going on. So, by the way, I know Trump is pushing so much to ensure that the stock market in the US really gains more ground, and a part of me think I should say everything about the stock market in general, the US is wrapping up or winding up quickly. That's the truth. Yeah, so if that then is the case, I'm gonna probably say that So the interesting thing about the stock market right now, and let's say the crypto market right now, is there is a what's that statement? Conflicts of interest for the Trump's administration that is pro crypto and also pro US or MAGA US, which is wanting to carry both alongside. So I mean, I think for me it's again not out of place, but then I think one will definitely suffer for the other to lead. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think yeah, I think Bitcoin will lead, then the stock market will suffer. You might not accept my thesis, boy. I just can't believe this. The quick rush that happened on I can't, bro. So I'm gonna probably forward this and see how I can. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna probably forward this. I mean, I don't want to post this on my status, but then I'm just wanting to talk about this so folks can really understand that these are real things that happen right now. Right. Yeah, and there are intentional steps I think we need to take. So of course there is not too much news around right now. The date of illegal aliens. So Trump has been cutting down on taxpayers' money. He's been putting America first in every area. I think this really has boosted the confidence of investors in the White House. And if you care to know, I'm gonna probably tell you for free. Boy, oh boy, something is really brewing in the air, because now understanding the US economy and the US policy making is kind of important to seeing how the financial markets plays. Also very important, very important. So Trump's tenure, right, is going to end when? It's going to probably be ending on the 20th of January 2029. There's not going to be a second tenure for Trump. This is serious. So it's, I thought the presidency in the US is 4 years. This first time, then the second time was from 2025. Oh, really? That was, wow. January 2025. Okay, so all right. I mean, I get it. Anyways, so there's not so much news right now other than Trump putting policies to ensuring that the US citizens are having the best of maybe lives as the administration thought so well. Wow. Carving some regions of the Persian and Oman Gulf, the US, and stating boldly that yeah, there is now a new US territory around the Strait of Hormuz. So anyways, I'm not being insensitive, I'm just stating things for what they are. So there is not so much news about why something about the pump happened in the Bitcoin market. I mean, I'm not saying anything of that nature right now. And again, if I'm going to probably read through, what I'm saying is, Bitcoin surging 6%, approaching 69,000 as Treasury yields drop and ETF inflows grow. Right, news like that. US SEC proposes new crypto regulation framework. That's been since some days right now. We're reading. Ethana, FalconX launch $1 billion USDE lending facility. Maybe that's one of the good news, connected to BlackRock. I'm going to probably read that one soon. Top crypto investor says, I'm starting to hate XRP. This, I'm sorry about the laugh, but XRP has almost been a stable USDT for close to, eternity. I'm just being sarcastic, for close to 8 years now. XRP seemingly never went above $5. Never. I think it just ranges $3 at best this last, bullish cycle, and now it's back to $1 where it is having its fun day. So what do you think about XRP? I would love to know what you think in the comment section. But then I'm thinking, now that Bitcoin has risen, breaking above 69K, everyone is going to probably be thinking, yes, we are buying right now. I think this is the final lap of the frustration that's going to probably happen in the financial market right now. I think so. And I mean, I really do think that we all need to, we all need to be strategic, really strategic, right? As we also, look into the fact that there might just be one last drop in the Bitcoin market. Don't forget, this is not a financial advice, but the beat I'm saying is kind of important. I mean, I think that's the right word. Yeah, that's very important for us to state, right? So So yeah, I think so. So yeah. So what do y'all think? I think this is a good time to take a shot on Bitcoin. You might not just believe, but I think so. But like Bitcoin analysis, this is a very interesting language. I don't know. Thought it was English. So Standard Chartered analyst 800k Bitcoin. All right, it's gonna happen. In fact, if I'm gonna probably give analysis, I think I'm gonna probably do that today because of the live session. I would love to know what you are thinking in the comment section. I think Bitcoin will smash 70k. My thought before the close of August. I mean, very possibly in the next, maybe it's say 10 days. I'm thinking, that's gonna probably happen. Yeah, I'm thinking that's gonna probably happen. And just quickly, I'm thinking by November will be above $85,000, and it's possible towards the closure of December into the new year, we will be probably getting into the 100k zone. So yeah, it's not a financial advice, but I think this is a fact about these markets right now. So I mean, I think this is it. I think this is quite important. I think this is quite necessary. So let me just read through the news. And again, I'm going to probably check through X if we've got some updates, but then I think I haven't found any. I'm going to probably run through Watcher.guru if I see some updates around what is going on in the stock market. All of those, I'm going to probably... Right, so I think so. All right, so I'm just going to probably run through to see if there are things. So for today, the 19th, Bitcoin 66k news, Ethereum 2000 news, Bitcoin 67k news, right? So 67k happened on Bitcoin apparently in some yeah. The thing that we add this stock, right? After cancer vaccines show signs of preventing melanoma from spreading. There are now cancer vaccines spread in preventing melanoma, and you have mRNA going up. I don't know what made the news really go viral, but then that was something interesting. I'm not just gonna probably pretend it's something. I'm gonna probably talk about and show folks about the stock we did called, and I mean it's great. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably post about this. I don't think it's out of place for me to still talk about the fact that these are the things that have happened in the market right now. Right. So I mean, I think that's it. So I think that's really, in a sense, I think we still have this I don't know what you want to call it, right? Right. So I think so. I think this is so great to even watch. Yeah, I think so. So yeah. So I think we can, as a matter of fact, begin to we can begin to look right outward, and of course ask ourselves, how can we get something like this, and of course better in the crypto market. You just need to take your time to understand what is really playing out right now. You really do. The big players are really taking their time, and I think you also need to take your time. So let me just close some of the tabs I opened right here so we can consolidate our attention. So why is crypto up as Bitcoin and Ethereum explode? I think we need to read this news and check if there are some important details that is going to be like a guiding principle for us all today. So I think this is very important. Right, I think so. So let's read the news and of course get into the story for today. So the crypto market is up 2% or almost 2.5% to $2.26 trillion in 24 hours, with Bitcoin and Ethereum leading a broad rally. Bitcoin climbed 68,959, that is $70,000, recovering from around 64K to above 68K, while Ethereum is up 8% to $2,068. Ripple has gained 5%, Solana 6%, BNB 2%. Move also has a strong macro component, with the crypto market showing a 71% correlation with the S&P 500 and 74% with gold. Well, that's very much interesting. This is unlike what we used to have. Now, the correlation that exists between crypto and gold, and of course S&P 500 prior to this point where Trump's administration is on board, were not as cohesive as they are now. But apparently they are cohesive, and I'm not too sure what went down into that, but that looks interesting, meaning you could easily leverage one particular asset or basket of instruments to predict what is likely going to be happening on the other assets. So why is the crypto market up today? The catalysts are working together, form a major sec, right? So I think this is it. Right, so I think this is it. Right, so let me know what y'all are thinking. Yeah. Why is the crypto market up today? The biggest fundamental catalyst is the SEC's new regulation crypto assets proposal announced on August 16. The framework could create. Well, this theory has been up for like some 3-4 days, and I'm not so sure it's been yet executed. So, but then the whole article writer now seem to be giving credit to this particular news as to the reason for that. I think that's not it. I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to the reason, so when we talk about what we think is really playing out in the financial market, I think it's very much important for us to know and to see that market liquidity and several other things are a critical definition or defining factor. By the way, I'm gonna probably bring you guys to ADA. ADA is now down. I mean, I should have taken a short on ADA, and I don't know why I didn't take a short on ADA. I'm taking a short on Bitcoin only. Let's take a short on ADA, and I think that's gonna probably be a good bet. I should have taken a shot right above, just about that point on ADA. I think I'm just going to probably do it the right way. I think so. So, I mean, I think it's sort of very important for us to keep attention, the way we going to be having it. Right. So I was going to talk about the fact that the reason for why the Bitcoin market really pumped is simply because of the news surrounding the stock I talked about, and the price dynamic that is already inherent as writings on the wall regarding the Bitcoin market price. So this news has been up and up for days. We've read that same exact news as to understanding that the US has a proposition or a proposal for regulating cryptocurrencies. We've seen that the SEC are putting together some sort of regulation crypto assets proposal bill, and this has been announced since yesterday. So now thinking the market's reacting to that today is not something I would really buy into. I think there are some combinations of reasons as to why that is happening. One, the Fed refused to raise interest rate last week on Wednesday. We saw that. Two, I think the market price dynamic is already, hinting at the likelihood of the market pushing from 64, 65K zone into above. I think as at today, we've gone over 315 days into the bearish market. And I think just about the time we're going to probably be hitting this 350th day, will be entirely bullish. But again, don't get me wrong, I'm bullish. That's the second reason. The third reason I believe is apparently this news, because I keep saying the chart is the art of the market, and of course the chart keeps telling a story that market news will only have to kind of amplify, like that kind of thing. So it's not going to be like a big deal, but then I think it's also going to be part of the big deal. So Bitcoin inflow, great, but then I think that's not all there is to explaining how and why the market already went up that way. So standard chartered analysts are 100K thousand loss per Bitcoin. They're not out of place, but then I think it's also a function of when, and then two, they are also part of those storylines that come to the the front line or to everyone's hearing when the Bitcoin market is just making some very great comebacks. By the way, if you go check, let me bring you guys to X, and of course let's do a simple search. Did Sailor bought Bitcoin? You wouldn't say anything like that, because I think I noticed the post on X about Sailor swimming underwater, something like that, something of that nature. And I really do think yeah, you do not sell your Bitcoin. Okay, no, that's not the latest. Apparently the last we got of Sailor was that he sold Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin got candles. Okay, this is an analyst saying what he believes, and apparently I think it's very right. The God candle is definitely going to come. It did happen today, but then I think that's not a real God candle. This is just like demigod candles, if there's anything like that. I think something is going to probably happen very much sooner than anyone could have, really envisaged. That's my real take. So there is not too much story about Sailor buying Bitcoin, but again, we could actually run through the Michael Saylor's X account page. Just to see things. So Bitcoin is classified information. He just made this post 4 minutes ago. Apparently a meme speaking of how Bitcoin is king, something of that nature. I'm not reading through. Bitcoin inside is restricted to those what they need to know. Anyways, this was what I saw this morning. Volatility energy, engineers and it. So I was like, okay. I think some persons commented under it, Sailor is underwater, something of that nature. I saw several memes, and some of them very much interesting, some not so good. But anyways, some people now nicknamed him Sailor. I don't know why they are calling him Sailor or what. Those of us on YouTube are not seeing what I'm showing. Apologies, I just changed that back. So they nicknamed him Sailor. Why they calling the guy Sailor? I'm gonna probably want us to see and find out, but then it's so what we literally can see is people saying this guy is making another just a sell. By the way, he just might take a sell right now. Another sell might happen, bro, in the Bitcoin market. So to think of the fact that Moderna, one of this interesting stock, went that high, is gonna be like one of the funniest unexpected thing that could ever happen today, right? So I think that's it, and this is where we currently are right now, and nobody needs to practically believe all that is in the financial market. The best you could do, like I keep saying, is you take a profit and then you walk away, because that's all there is to being able to remain disciplined and coordinated amid the market's uncertainties. So if you don't mind, I think I would love to talk about some stories with you guys. Let's run through the Moderna story, if you don't mind. I'm going to probably check some other things in the financial market. So perhaps that was one of the pushing advantage as to what caused the market to really go over the board, I think. And everyone needs to just come to terms with that statement of fact. Watch out, Guru. So I'm gonna probably query Grok so we could actually get the link, right? So yeah, Moderna and Merck announced positive. Well, I'm just gonna probably check for Merck also, right? Because those are ways you get to know which stock is performing well and the ones not performing well. You're also intentionally making your own research to knowing, bro, Merck, that stock definitely must have gone up crazily. Yeah, it went up very much, but not like Moderna. It went up like 10%. Moderna went up like 141%. It's currently at $152 per stock, and that's one of the unusual stock ever to have been purchased, right? And I think it's interesting, very much interesting and funny at the same time. Yeah. So the story we have right now from Grok, I don't know if you guys could see this. If you're on YouTube, I'm going to probably open this up so you could see. It says Moderna and Merck announced phase 3 trial results for their personalized mRNA cancer vaccine. Intismeran combined with Keytruda, meeting goals for reducing melanoma recurrence and preventing distant metastasis in high-risk patients for surgery. I'm sorry about that. The news triggered a sharp surge in Moderna's shares. Pre-market gains reported between 90 to 100% in early trading on August 19, 2026, reflecting investor optimism for mRNA. All right, this marks the first successful. Anyways, I think mRNA is still going to probably make some very good gains, but I think the best I could say is if you're in the trade, just be out. And if you think you're playing long time, good for you, because I think it's just probably making some great move. And Moderna is probably going to be making some unusual moves back to the $300 mark. Another $140 is going to probably happen on Moderna. But again, if you gotten around the $50-ish zone, like I told some of us to get in, you're on a $200 200% profit, and that's very, very great profit margin to really have been able to gather in just one trade. So anyways, so apparently Moderna trade really set off the trigger, and if I'm gonna probably go check what exact time that was in relation to the Bitcoin market pricings, then I think it's probably going to be explaining what made the Bitcoin market to pump. So Moderna price went up like at about 2:30 p.m. West Africa time, which if I go check I'm looking at this back there. Don't worry, I'm actually going to bring you guys back to the chart so we can also be on the same page. So Bitcoin price also went up at about 2. So this is it. So because like being able to explain what is really happening in the Bitcoin market, let me bring you guys to the chart is very necessary, so we can also be able to know how cause and effect is playing out in the whole case of a financial market. That's very, 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 very primary. Yeah, so so what do you think now? Having seen all of this I'm showing you. See, of course, the short already began. Please, if you're watching this, I'm saying go take a short on Bitcoin. I mean, I literally said at that time, but again, it's not a financial advice. So no one is going to probably hold me to ransom, but then I think this is a fact. I'm just spitting what facts are. This is about 2:30 p.m. West Africa time. So let me just help you with the timer. Oh my God. I wish I could use a chart that has nothing on it, but it's okay. So this is about the time. Look at the time. This is about 2:30 p.m. West Africa time. In between here, that was when the Bitcoin market pump began. Okay, I'm going to probably wrap everything off. I'm going to bring them back so we can just see things for what they are. So you see, that was the point. So that's 2:30 p.m. West Africa time. Now this is Moderna. When was the time we had this very huge bump? Just right here. Exactly 2:30 p.m. I can tell you for free that this is one of the catalysts, right? News catalyst agents that sponsor the quick surge, which the Bitcoin market also followed suit into right now. So we're on a short on Bitcoin. We're on a short on Cardano. I mean, our short on Cardano was very much late, but then I think we got a quick short entry on Bitcoin. So you could see this also, of course, a paper fund. It's a paper fund, but I think it's something just to prove the point that there's something about the market right now that the market's going to probably be doing that we need to pay right attention to right now. So, okay, so I think now that clears the give quick answers to that. If you've got questions, drop them in the live session. Let's quickly run through on that, and I think it's going to be very great. Here, we'll talk about actionable things. So for me, the support, yeah, thank you very much, X. I'm going to answer the question. The support level for Bitcoin these days, let me take out some drawings so that we can have more consistent drawing now, since many of the actions the Bitcoin market is taking already now is inconsequential of what had been drawn before. Excuse me. So yeah, the support level. So anyone on account is opening right now, guys. Oh, thank you. Glory be to God. So all right, so the new support level is right there. This is a new support. Yeah, new support. I like new. That's the new demand level, new support here. That's the first. I'm gonna mark everything off. I'm changing the color so everyone can see it for what it is. So this point right here, is a new demand level. The first, that's support 1, and then this is support 2. The Bitcoin market will have some bit of struggle, a little bit, but then I wouldn't expect much. Don't forget, we are on a short right now, so I'm telling you guys to take a short. So I think it's sort of important, anyways, I think it's sort of important for us not to miss out on this. I think maybe we should just, okay, let me just leave it. This the trade on I was thinking of the trade in, I was thinking of the trade on, yeah, on Cardano. But then just answer your question, X. These are my new levels. I'm going to be looking at these levels for a critical reaction for a demand. So it was a resistance. Now it has turned to a support level. It was a previous resistance zone, but now it is a demand level. So that's what happens when the market flips, right? So we're going to probably be expecting more sell. So this is a 4 reward to risk ratio, not a financial advice, but then we're going to run this trade. This is the point of take profit. So let me just be clear. Take profit for this trade is best to exit at 63K. So it's going to take a long time, right? I wish this was real. That will be $60,000. But it's a good way to learn the market all the same. So yeah, so this is analysis, and of course I've explained a bit as to how all of this came to bear, right? I think so. Yeah. So I think that's it. I think that's it for today. All right, so I don't know if there are questions for me in the live session, but I think I'm going to wrap it up right now here. So let's call it a day. I don't know if there are questions, but I think that's, oh boy, I knew this stock is going to probably go this. I mean, this asset, ADA is going to probably move this unusual way. Just me thinking. Are there questions for me, guys? I'm really here wanting to give my bit of take. By the way, let me look at quant. If you're in a 3x leverage, you wouldn't have any fear, any single fear about the market, not one. But when you're doing 20, 50, 100x, which is why I always, unfortunately myself, I get into this loop, which is not good. I always encourage people, don't do leverage. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, that's it. All right. So by the way, just mRNA was part of the motivation for this unusual pump right now. I think that's it. So right, it's gonna probably retrace to somewhere around $75 if you think you're having the skin to play long time. I think it's time to rotate your money. That's what I think, and that's what I'm suggesting. Rotating the money from this right? So all right, so it's all good. Your discipline is all that matters. It's easy to take a loss. Managing a win also is difficult. So don't be greedy. Don't be. I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for guys for coming. I appreciate you all for coming. See you soon. Stay safe. Keep winning. Use KuCoin. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, you have a link to join this trade that we're talking about. You have the link. Every of the trade we're talking about and the ones we're calling, you could always be able to take or follow us on this trade on KuCoin. So the link is with you. Get to use that, and of course join us right down and don't miss out. On to the very next. Peace out. Thank you. I remain your humble host, David. Just KuCoin. Keep winning. Stay safe. Bye.